have 16 eliminations too. Jeff stays alive for a little bit longer, but he is finally knocked out of the competition. Not too sure if they can even respawn at this point. They might be fully eliminated. As we'll go down over to Wagner's roster, they have 11 total eliminations. And as we hop on board with Ackman, still on 13, it seems like Lotex and Slayer are dead for good, ladies and gentlemen. They are no longer coming back into the action. Right now, the server is on Asia/Philippines. So any team that you're seeing from that region actually have a slight advantage. And I think they may be able to take map number 1. We'll have to wait and see, however. We were really thinking that Lotex's roster... He does have one more respawn! Does Slayer have a respawn? I was thinking these guys were gonna win, but when I seen that, I thought they were gonna lose, and I think they still have a chance. Oh my gosh, landed right on Ackman. Oh my god, we were talking about them being friends before and now they're enemies. They are definitely frenemies now, as Lotex just landed on Ackman and slayed him out. Oh my god, he gets 2 of them. There's absolutely no way in hell Lotex 1v4s this team, because Necro's over to the side. Ackman lands back in and he's debating what he wants to do next. Oh dear, Lotex are gonna get pushed from the side as well. He needs to hop down. At least he gets 1 point off of that team. I don't know how Ackman came back into the action right now, but they might come after him. We'll have to wait and see if they do. Slayer still doesn't come back, which leads me to believe that he is fully eliminated, and now this roster only has 3 of their players alive, as it looks like Groen gets his full roster back up. How did you guys... Every single player from this team is in the sky, chat. Every single player from this team is in the sky. As we hop on board the mixed region roster, we can see that Chapo is down below the other teams. He's working his way up. I'm surprised by this. Uses Igniter. He's going for the full aggressive gameplay here. Lotex spots him from above. I'm not sure if this was a play, but it seemed to work out really well for him. And since they have 16 eliminations, they're looking pretty good. But speaking of a team that has an insane amount, it's Seeker's roster. Team number 9, known as Team Batting. We know them as TSG. Takes down Batata. Oh, dearie me. Almost turns on him right there, but Layla needs to get out of that situation as fast as possible. Slasher. Able to get the res. Lovely. They're all back in it. Secret gets res, and now they're good to go. 23 eliminations on the board. They have caught up with OP. Lotex trying to look for another elimination. He's already took down Exo. Ooh, slides out with the shotgun, comes through from Bardax, and Lotex is eliminated. That might be his last life, as Ken is looking to get out of this situation. He barely has any plates left. Bardax gets full eliminated as well. 27 frags for this team. They're still top fragging team inside of game number 1. Resulty last alive for his team, but I think they can still respawn as Exo comes back into the action. Bardax comes back as well, and now this zone is getting really small. Only 22 people still alive here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an absolutely chaotic first game, as Lotex got landed on and dies in Clock Tower. I think that's gotta be him dead forever now. 28 eliminations. It's all down to the Middle Eastern Brotherhood, the duo, arguably the best. Oh no, Leap takes him from the Philippines from the side. Oh, dearie me. Lotex, I don't know how many lives he has left, but I have seen him die at least 4 times now. 9 eliminations on the board, but who's carrying the most out of any player in the game? It looks like Layla with 11 total eliminations, as Ken does finally get full killed. All 4 of these guys are alive. I think Philippines has a really strong contention to win this game. 4 up, along with the African and Latin American roster, also with 4 up. They do have Warden's House. I did call that out earlier. Nobody was in Warden's House. If you wanted to win this game, you needed to take it. And Magic has just been shotgunned from the side. I didn't even see that player. As the other Latam team rushes in there, but the shots go down and they've lost 2 of their players instantly. Oh my god! They get smoked, but a third party comes in from the side, and it looks like Chapo falls and is full eliminated. Chamo, on the other hand, is still alive and kicking, as they're gonna get rushed by Ackman. Ackman's been playing it a little bit more slow here as what we're used to seeing from him, but I will say, this push could come in hard as Mona gets knocked and fully eliminated. The last player alive in this team gets taken down as well, and the African roster combined with Latam falls early in this end game. Only 4 teams left now. TSG still have all 4 of their players left. Another Filipino roster known as Leap Avengers still has their full roster left. Ackman is up. Lotex is the last alive on his team. And that is all for the first game, chat. This is what it comes down to. 3 teams of 4 and a solo. Lotex needs to stay alive for as long as humanly possible here, chat, to secure his team as many placement points as he can. They already have the kills, but they do not have the placement points just yet. 4th place is good, but it's nowhere as good as a 1st place finish. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, the server is based in Asia. You seen me play with Holy Father yesterday on Asia server, and he was getting about 50 MS while I was on about 80. So anyone from the Middle East or European region is probably 80 to 90 here. So if he can even last one more spot, it would be amazing from Lotex, but he's going to get pushed out of the clock tower, aka the Warden's house, in just a moment here. I don't know where he can go, especially because he doesn't even have anything to use to his advantage when it comes to an ability. Teams right below him, it's going to be Ackman's team above, or I should say below, as Lotex is looking to do something right here. He's going to rotate over to the left. Ackman's team knows that he's there, but it looks like Hezbollah is right behind him. Lotex doesn't have a smoke. I think he's going to be first to get knocked here. I wouldn't be surprised he's getting targeted by absolutely everyone. Everyone in the game knows where he is right now. He had to make the rotation, and he's the first to drop. Good attempt, but there was really nothing he could have done there at all. Too many people all around him. Now, it's a 4v4v4. The zone is absolutely tiny. 3 teams stand and wait. It's the Philippines versus Europe at the end of game number 1. We thought the OP Zenith from Middle East and Europe would have won this game early on with the amount of kills that they had. They were dominating absolutely everyone, but they fell early with 28, and now other teams can come through and take that first round win off them. Specifically, Badding right here, who we know as being called TSG. They have 23 eliminations. This is about to be the final zone going in. It looks like the 2 Filipino teams are fighting each other. And I believe Ackman is going to call out, don't shoot. Don't get into any action. Only third party here. That's all they need to do in this situation is third party both of these teams. They do not need to be the aggressor. They need to hold that defensive top angle on the height currently with this cliff face and make TSG and Leap fight each other for second place while they crown themselves victorious in first with 17 total eliminations right now. Oh, he has the Tempest! Ackman has the Tempest. I didn't even see it. He used the final shot. Did damage to 2 opponents right there. They're going to get pushed out of this situation. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath to go into the final circle here as Leap are pushing into TSG. Shots are going down from everywhere, but this looks like an Ackman team win if I ever seen one. The Olo shows are coming in strong. Look at the high ground position they have. They have absolute max height right here, as Leap can do absolutely nothing against them. And that is going to be all she wrote. Ackman's team clutch up with 23 kills and a victory in game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Even with the high ping, they still came out and absolutely dominated that end game. That's something we're used to seeing from Ackman. Picking power positions, not worried about kills, worried about placement, and that's why he's won many tournaments in the past. However, we have seen him win 1 game at the start of a tournament before in the duos event and then fall off a cliff. He just fell off a cliff in that match. Let's hope he doesn't do it for the rest of this event like what happened in that duos just weeks ago. What a phenomenal performance from them. Huge amount of kills, 23 total, with a first place finish is going to get them an insane amount of points. 38 points in 1 game, chat. 1 singular game. What an absolutely magnificent performance from them after game number 1. Going down